All right, here we go. Part two of technology, radiation, and their effects on genetics. How to really deal with it. If you have not seen part one, go ahead and take a look at that. It's a warm up, a precursor to this teaching where I get much more in depth. Okay, so get out your notebook, get out a pen, and start taking some notes. Some of you are going to feel like you're in a class when you watch my channel because I get in depth on many aspects of health. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I left off part one telling you about the electromagnetic field. The cell has no defense against radiation. If you don't remember anything from this teaching, remember that. The cell has no defense against radiation. DNA is under the influence of the magnetic field it lives in. Okay, why does the cell not have defense against radiation? Because the harmful EMFs, they've only existed for the last, 100 plus years? You see, the cell membrane does pretty well against bacteria and virus, against the microbe. Okay, but it's had millennia to adapt to that. It's had so much time to be able to handle those type of invasions to the cell, but it has not had enough time to adapt, to learn how to handle radiation, to learn how to handle dirty EMF. And the DNA is under the influence of the magnetic field it lives in. In part one, I talked about the biophysical and the biochemical of the cell. But those two things ride on the back of the magnetic field that the DNA lives in. Okay? The bioelectric. They ride on the back of that. See, we do so well in teaching people and promoting and marketing and talking about the biochemistry and the biophysical part of the cell. But what's being neglected is the electromagnetic field that the DNA is living in. Okay, now watch this. Look on the left. Look at the picture on the left. You have the DNA there, the double helix, okay? Watson and Crick. They're the ones that are famous for studying the double helix and discovering it. Watson and Crick, go research them, okay? Double helix DNA. But you see those rungs, like those ladder looking things? Okay, take that and look at the middle picture. That's a more scientific rendering of what you see on the left. You look where it says AT and CG, and you see that, like those ladder rungs? Those are nucleotide sequences. All right, the nucleotides of the DNA. Now look to the picture on the right where it says radiation damage to DNA. You see where it says base loss and base change, and you see that there? There's the nucleotides that are getting damaged right there. Okay, now this is a basic understanding of what dirty EMFs do. Okay, the harmful EMFs do to the DNA, but it's basic, but it's enough to just get an awareness. That's what it is, an awareness. Okay, now why do I want you to learn this? Because when you see, when you're aware of it, when you see where the damage, you have a better understanding, then you're more likely to put the solutions I'm about to give you into action. Okay, all right, the basic understanding there, the nucleotide sequences right there, that's where the damage happens through radiation. Now, what type of radiation are you talking about? Well, look at the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, we're affected by the radio waves and the infrared radiation and all these appliances that are giving off EMFs. Towards the right, they get shorter and shorter and shorter. Now, those are the major ones, right? X-rays, not good. The gamma rays, we see those, sci-fi movies where there's a gamma ray gun and it disintegrates someone instantly, okay? Now, I'm not going to take the time to read this paragraph here. Just put the video on pause, read it, and then continue, all right? Let's keep going. The research is available, everyone. The research is out there. I'm not making this stuff up, okay? It's there. Now, there is a growing body of evidence linking ongoing exposure to EMFs to negative effects on health. The Bioinitiative report, research that, take a look at it. The Bioinitiative report contains a comprehensive collection of published research that the National Cancer Institute and the World Health Organization, the WHO, also have sections of their websites devoted to EMFs and cancer. Listen, it's not just, GMOs anymore. It's not just the pesticides and stuff, although that is important. All right, you do take those into consideration. But what people are neglecting is the electromagnetic field of the cell and the effects of the dirty EMFs on our health. Studies show EMF exposure above 2 milligauss, just 2, will start to develop biological stress in humans. I include that in one of my teachings. Look for it on the 4 stresses that that we fall under. Okay, the 4 stresses. Check it out. Evidence links prolonged exposure to levels between 2 and 12 plus milligauss with cancer and possible immune system effects. Exposure to 12 milligauss suppresses the immune hormone melatonin, critical for sleep, mood regulation, and overall health. Look at that. It suppresses melatonin, which is critical for sleep. How many people in this country or around the world suffer from insomnia? If you're not getting sleep, you can just about guarantee your health is being affected. Sleep is where repair happens, is when repair happens. You need sleep. If you're not getting sleep, your health is being affected. Wonderfully made. Yes, we are wonderfully made. The name of this channel is Wonderfully Made Health. We are wonderfully made. And check it out. The body has mechanisms to repair cell damage. Awesome. Mechanisms, God-given mechanisms put there to repair cell damage. But if the breakdown is quicker than the rate at which the intelligence of the body is repairing it, then damage is going to occur. Think about this, because we live in a dome of EMFs. We are addicted to EMF. We can't be without appliances. We're hooked to our devices, our iPads, our tablets, our phones, Wi-Fi. We are defined by technology. We're living in the technological age. And even in healthy people, let's say you're not battling a chronic disease, even in healthy people, there's breakdown happening. And yes, the intelligence of the body repairs it, but if the breakdown is quicker than the rate at which the body can repair it, that's when damage is going to happen. And over a period of time, over prolonged exposure, things are going to start to break down. Okay, so what do we do? Now, I don't tell you this to freak you out. I don't tell you this to get you scared. I tell you this to inform you. I tell you this because I want you guys to be healthy. I want you living healthy lives. I don't want you suffering from cancer and all of this, these diseases that are plaguing us. And EMF plays a part in it. I showed you the research. Research it yourself. So what are some solutions? I'm not just going to tell you this and leave you without solutions. Okay, so let's get to solutions. Yay, solutions. But don't fall for simple solutions. Don't go out and buy the pendant, the bracelet, or the crystal and rocks and the Himalayan salt lamp. And I know some of you already have those. Heck, I had bought one a few years ago. Okay, the necklace. Don't do that. And I know these are probably well-intentioned. Okay, I'm not saying they're all purposeful scams, and perhaps they help to a certain degree. But don't walk around with a pendant or a bracelet thinking that you're protected from EMFs. All right, you have to go deeper than that. This channel is about real solutions. Okay, not just the marketing stuff that you see on TV or at your local health food store. Don't do that. Don't fall for the simple solutions. And right away, I'm going to hit you with a strong one, a good one and a strong one, okay? Bam. Water fasting, everybody. Water fasting. No better way to start repairing the cell than water fasting. Fasting promotes stem cell regeneration, and you want stem cells because they can become any cell of an organ that is damaged. Fasting as little as 8 days a year could help bodies become healthier, according to new research from the University of Southern California. In mice and humans, white blood cell counts were significantly lowered after long periods without food. Okay, not a juice fast. Okay, that doesn't do it. Or a salad fast or things like that. Or a carb fast. No, water fasting. And I know it can get tough. I'm trying to work my way towards 3 days. But with water fasting, you will induce what's called autophagy, okay, or autophagy, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Autophagy, autophagy. Auto means is Greek for self. Phage is Greek for eat. So literally means self-eating. Okay, so the cells will repair them. They'll like recycle themselves. Okay, through the organelle called lysosome. The lysosome is like a recycling. They're going to regenerate, but it has to be water fasting. And Yoshinori Asumi, he won the Nobel Prize for studying autophagy, for studying fasting in 2016. I'm going to put a link below to a book that's going to help educate you. I'm going to mention it at the end of this video, so keep watching. But water fasting, boom, there's a real solution right there to start repairing the cell. Now, other solutions, some simple ones that you can do right away. First, buy a Gauss meter. What is a Gauss meter? It measures the EMF in your environment, and you want to average below 3 milligrams. Okay, you start going towards the 3 there and stuff, then there's biological stress happening. You want your, especially where you sleep, to be below 3 milligrams. Okay, there's a variety of them. I'll put a link below to to a variety of these Gauss meters. Check them out. Buy the one that suits you. Unplug your router at night. You guys, the Wi-Fi doesn't need to be on at night. Unplug it, okay? We have it on 24/7, and the Wi-Fi is not friendly to your cells. Unplug it and opt out of a smart meter. Okay, your electric meter, now there's smart meters. You can call your electrical company and tell them, look, put the old traditional one in, and they'll do it. You can opt out of a smart meter. I'm going to link a TED Talk video below in the description where a man talks about what happened to him through having a smart meter at his house. What else can we do? Limit Wi-Fi use, period. You don't have to be on Wi-Fi all the time. If you have a job where you're constantly behind a computer, then you're going to have to start putting these other solutions in. And several countries are already doing so. I'll link an article that talks about this. Some countries are even banning Wi-Fi in daycare centers because the cells of those little kids, they can't handle it. Limit Wi-Fi use. Use an external wired keyboard, okay, rather than on the laptop. Instead of putting your hands onto the keyboard of a laptop, get an external wired keyboard, not expensive at all. Put one there and it'll give you at least some distance from your laptop, and you'll get your hands off of the laptop itself. Use speakerphone. Don't put your phone up to your ear, right there next to your brain. And some of you're on the phone for 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, and this whole time it's up next to your head there. Don't do that. Use speakerphone. Keep it, arm's length away or ish or so, somewhere around there. And do Bluetooth. I know that emits radiation too. I get it, but it's better than having it up to your ear, all right? And stand away from the microwave oven, or be like me and don't use it anymore. Just, the microwave is wicked. It can emit 25 milligauss, 25, even standing 3 feet away, and standing 10 feet away. Studies have shown high milligauss readings 10 feet away. limit that or just don't use it at all. I haven't used the microwave in 3 years, 4 years, somewhere around there. You can do without it. Now, don't do these. Don't be like these people. Please, this is just stupid. Don't do this. Why is it that when I go to the gym, I always see girls with the cell phone tucked inside of their workout tank top? Don't do that. What do you think is going to happen? Right? Those cells are getting exposed and you're going to get a tumor. Guys, keep the cell phone out of your front pocket. You're going to fry your nuts. Girls, your ovaries. Don't do that. And why would anyone sleep with their phone right next to their head? Or worse, under their pillow? People do that. Maybe you do that. Don't do that anymore. Okay, stop. Put it on airplane mode or get it away from you. Put it down by your feet on a nightstand, okay, 3, 4 feet away. No need to have your cell phone up against your body. Now, these are all solutions you can do right now. As soon as you're done watching this video, you can do this. You can buy that Gauss meter. You can unplug your router at night. You can do all this stuff. But my channel is about holistic health, going deeper. So let's talk about lifestyle solutions, going deeper, okay? These are stuff that you can implement into your lifestyle. Sleep on the earth. Camp. And use organic wool sleeping bag, not synthetic sleeping bags, organic wool sleeping bag. There's a company called Lucky Sheep. Good, strong, quality organic sleeping bags. I'll link that below too. The guy who owns this company knows what he's doing. His whole life is being outdoors. Sleep on the earth. You're going to absorb the good EMFs from the earth. See, the core of the earth is metal. And when metal spins, it creates a magnetic field. That's the field you want to absorb. How do you do it? Walk barefoot. Walk on the grass. Walk barefoot on the sand. Get your feet onto the sand. Get your feet onto the grass. Get grounded. Get connected to the earth. Do these things, everyone. Swim often in the ocean. The ocean is a great place to swim in, especially if you live in an area that the ocean is still really clean. Do it. If you're in Oregon, Washington, the coast of California, Northern California, wherever you're at, if you have an ocean, if you don't have an ocean, maybe there's a lake. Some of you live in areas with beautiful, clean lakes and rivers. Get in there. Your cells, your DNA they're going to tingle. They're going to vibrate with the frequency of the earth, and they're going to thank you for it. Spend time on rocky shores. Yes, those of you who live near cliffs and rocky shores, walk there. Okay, stand there. Get into sea caves. Spend some time in a sea cave. The sea caves, they harness, they hold, they resonate with these positive, good, healthy EMFs from the earth. Do that. You're going to feel great. Do this consistently. Do these things consistently. Cover your feet and your body with clay. I'm talking about bentonite clay that's going to suck, that's going to detox you. It's going to suck out this, the effects. It's going to suck out this radiation. It's going to detox you. Do these things, all of them. Try them 3 weeks. Try them for a month consistently. And you comment on how good you feel after doing this. Okay, these are good, deep lifestyle solutions. Much better than a bracelet around your wrist or, a rock that's supposed to guard you from EMF and put this field of protection around you. Okay? I want you guys to have good health. I'm giving you good solutions here. Look at the sleeping bag on the left. There it is. Imagine sleeping there with your head onto the ground and being connected to the earth. Look at the other one there. The ocean there, that's Big Sur. Imagine swimming in that or just standing there in the water during a 2-day fast. Your cells are going to be jumping for joy. They're going to be ecstatic. That's Big Sur. It's about 6 hours for me. I'm going to go do that. I'm going to fast and go swim in the water there. There's the clay, Premier Research Lab. You're not going to get a cleaner clay than that. Medi Body Pack. Click the link. Check it out. Rub that on your feet. And then let it dry and go swim in the ocean. Let it dry, jump into the lake near your house. Jump near the river, in the river. And walk barefoot. And, some people, oh, I don't like the way, it feels on my feet. Please stop. Get over it. You have to do this. Walk barefoot. Okay? Do it, you guys. Do it. You're going to feel the benefits. Do it consistently. Now, why should you do this? Why connect to earth energy? Very easy. Telluric ground currents. I just explained earlier that there's a magnetic field that the earth gives. You want your DNAs resonating at that same level. Those hertz of the telluric ground currents. And then you got the Schumann resonance. The atmosphere is electrified. Go outside right after a rain. Breathe. Jog. Get those negative ions in you. Or better yet, during a rain. Allow it to come down upon you and be in that the Schumann waves, the Schumann resonance. Research it yourself, okay? Telluric ground currents, Schumann resonance. Check those out. Your cells will love it. Now, your reward will be in the bone marrow. What are you talking about, Tony? The bone marrow? Yes, your reward for doing all this that I'm talking about will come in the bone marrow. The bone marrow where your cells are made. The bone marrow, which plays a major part of your immune system. The bone marrow where stem cells are made. Stem cells become any organ that needs repairing. The stem cells. Okay, look at my video on the immune system and see where I talk about the bone marrow. Do it. All right? Do this stuff. Now, I told you earlier a quote to remember. Don't always believe what you think. Some of us, you've been brainwashed by marketing or just, what should I say, common Western practices of health. And you think they work and they don't. Just because you take a multivitamin every day, that's nothing. And depending on what company you're using, it is nothing. You got to do more. You got to have a paradigm shift of what health is. You got to have a holistic approach. You are mind, body, spirit. Okay? You have a soul. You're a holistic person. Don't think that just because you have juice, fresh squeezed juice every day, that you're getting healthy. Yes, do that, of course, but do more. Don't always believe what you think. Don't leave your health in the hands of a doctor who has 100 other patients. And I'm not saying he doesn't care about you, but they're overwhelmed. You need to take your health into your own hands. And jumping off of that note, like I always do, here's some literature. Educate yourself, educate yourself, educate yourself. It's what I preach here on this channel. Read Cross Currents, The Perils of Electropollution. Dr. Robert Becker. Read it, learn. And then here, Autophagy by Logan Wolfe. He talks about Dr. Yoshinori Osumi, the man who won the Nobel Prize in 2016 for his study on water fasting. So get these two books. They're in the link below in the description. Get them, read them, educate yourself, and learn, okay? Go back and watch this video again. Share it with somebody. Share it with people. Share it on your Facebook. Share it on your social media. People need to learn and be aware of this, all right? So if you learned a lot, like the video, subscribe for new teachings, and put these things into practice. All right, this is Tony from Wonderfully Made Health, reminding you that the body can heal itself. All right, be healthy.